Hello friends, welcome to Crackgate CSE, and in the previous videos we have discussed what is floating point data format and how you can store a particular value into the memory using floating point data format and how to retrieve that particular stored value. So in this particular video, in today's video, we will first of all understanding one more example to store the value and retrieve the value using the floating point data format. Then we'll be moving on to two important questions that can come in your exam. So watch this complete video, stay tuned, and you'll be definitely learning something new. And in case if you are new to this particular channel, please subscribe the channel and make sure you press the bell icon so that you can get an update whenever I am uploading any new video. So let's start with this example first. So in this example, there is a hypothetical format is given for the floating point data format in which 1 bit is for sign, 4 bits are for biased exponent and 5 bits are for mantissa, and data is given as minus 6.25. So first of all, what we have to do is we have to take our raw data. So whatever the raw data we are having, first of all take that raw data which is 6.25, try that particular data into the binary format. So what is the binary format of 6.25? So this will be let's keep the sign as it is, and 6 will be represented as 110 point, and this 25 will be represented as 01, right? So this is how you can find out the binary value. And after getting the binary value, what you have to do is you have to perform the mantissa alignment. You have to perform the mantissa alignment. What we do in mantissa alignment, we try to make a format which is same as 1.m, because this 1 will be a valid digit and this m will be stored in the mantissa place, right? So for that, what we have to do is we have to align these values to the right hand side. How many times? 2 times, so that it will be equals to 1.1001. So now we have moved to 2 point. We will be multiplying it with the 2 is to the power plus 2, because 2 is the base and we are shifting the value to the right hand side. That's why we have added 2 is to the power 2, right? Now this particular format is suitable to store this particular value into the given hypothetical format. So what is the format given? This. So let me just draw a format over here. Now, so first thing that you need to take care of is sign, right? So sign is what? Negative. Negative means we have to store 1 here, right? Now this task is done. Next we have to move on to the biased exponent. So the second thing that you need to take care of is biased exponent, and I already explained you that this biased exponent is equals to actual exponent plus the bias value. So the actual exponent is this plus 2. So let me write down the actual exponent. So this actual exponent I can write as 0, 0, 1, 0. So I'm writing it in a 4-bit data format because I want my biased exponent to be of 4 bit, right? So that's why I'm taking 4 bits over here. Now what is the bias value? So there is a formula for finding out the bias value, which is 2 to the power n minus 1 minus 1. So if you place 4 instead of n, it will be 2 to the power 4 minus 1 minus 1, which is nothing but 2 to the power 3 minus 1, which is equals to 7. And how you can write 7 in 4-bit data format? Like 0, 1, 1, 1. This is 7. So this is actual exponent. This is bias. And if we add these two, we'll be getting the biased exponent. Just add these values. 0 and 1 will be 1. 1 and 1 will be 0. 1 carry. 1 and 1 will be 0. 1 carry. And 1, 0, 0 is 1, right? So this is the biased exponent we are getting. So store this biased exponent here, right? So we have done with the sign, biased exponent. Now move on to the mantissa part. So third thing is mantissa. That is the fraction point. So in mantissa you do not need to do anything. Just make sure the format is like this. If the format is in such a way that here we are having a valid digit along with some fractions after the point, then you can directly store these values in the mantissa respective place. So here it will be 1 0 0 1. Now you can observe one thing, that here the bits which are required to store mantissa is 5 bit, but here we are having only 4 bits. So if we are talking about the fraction point, I can write it as 1 0 0 1 0. So this value will be same as this particular value. That means I can pad 1 0 at the LSB, right? And if I'm talking about a particular integer value like this one, this is an integer value, and here if I have to store, here if I have to pad up the zeros, I can pad up to the MSB place, that is on the leftmost place. Here I am padding at the rightmost place, right? So this is how we have stored. So this is sine, this is biased exponent, and this is mantissa. So the storing part is done. Now what we have to do is we have to retrieve this particular stored value. So to retrieve this particular stored value, what we have to do is, see, from this particular format, let me change my pen color so that you can easily differentiate between them. So first thing, so this blue part is for the storage, and this black pen I am using to explain you how the retrieval works. So first of all, we will move on to the sine bit. So this one tells us that the data is negative, right? Second, what we'll be doing is we have to find out the actual exponent. So the actual exponent can be found out using BE minus bias. So what is BE here? 1001. Writing it down. What is bias? We have already found it out here. It is 7. That means 0 triple 1. 0 1 1 1. So if you perform the binary subtraction between these two values, what you will be getting? You will be getting 0 0 1 0. This 1 minus 1 will be 0. From here you will be taking carry for 2 here and for 2 here. 2 minus 1 is 1. Because we took carry from this 2 to here, this will be 1. So 1 minus 1 is 0, and this is 0, right? So this is how the binary subtraction works. So here we got the value for the actual exponent, but here we have to check the sign of the actual exponent. How we can check? We have to compare the bias value with BE value. So here you can see that the BE, that is the biased exponent, is greater than bias. This value is greater than this value. That means we can say that the exponent is positive. That means whatever the value we are getting here is the right value. So this is plus 2. And in case this BE is less than this bias, what we have to do is, that means the value is negative, and if it is negative, we have to find out the 2's complement for this particular value, and whatever the value we are getting in the decimal, we will be putting a minus sign in that. So I just discussed this case in the previous video, right? So we got to know that this is the exponent. Now third thing is mantissa. The third thing is mantissa. So you already know that the mantissa part is 1 0 0 1 0. Now just make sure that we have put it in a proper order. So first of all, we will putting the sign, we are getting it as a negative. Then we know that there is a 1 which is a valid digit. Then there is a mantissa part which is 1 0 0 1 0. Then there is a base which is 2. Then we have to go to the actual exponent which is plus 2, right? So this is what we are getting as a this is what we are getting in the binary format, right? Now what we have to do is we have to denormalize it. What is the meaning of denormalizing? We have normalized it to make sure it is in this particular format. So if we have to denormalize it, we have to make sure that this one is in this particular place. That means this decimal is in the rightmost place. So what we can do, we will be shifting this 1 to the right hand side. It will be negative 0.110010. Because we have shifted this value on the right hand side, 1 power 1 value will be added to the exponent. So this will be 2 to the power 3, right? So we have shifted the implicit value, that is the valid digit. Now what we have to do is we have to convert this binary data into the decimal data. For that I am just taking care of this 2 to the power 3. So to remove this 2 is to the power 3, what I have to do is I have to shift my values on the left hand side. So if I shift these three values on the left hand side, this 3 minus 3 will be 0. So I am just putting it as 110.010. If I do it like this, the power which is 2 to the power 3, as we are shifting onto the left hand side, we have to subtract 3, then this will be 2 to the power of 0, which is equals to 1. Here we are already having a negative sign, so if we convert this particular value into the decimal value, we'll be getting minus 6.25, as this particular value is same as this particular value, right? So I hope you got an idea how the particular example is working, right? Now as this now I have to discuss two more questions which are very important. So I think that it's better to discuss these two questions in the next video, because this video is already getting around 11 minutes, right? So I'll be discussing those two questions in the next video. So thank you very much for your time, and in case if you want to connect with me on social media, so I'm giving my link in the description. Along with my social media handles, I'm also giving you the link of the playlist so that you can watch all the playlists in case if you want. So thank you very much for your time. Stay tuned for the next video. We'll be discussing those two important questions in the next video. Thank you very much. Keep supporting, keep learning. Have a great day.